Well, hello, Sagittarius. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Sagittarius, we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. I am going to be starting with some oracle cards, and then we're going to get into the tarot. But we're going to see what's going to come out here for you, Sagittarius. Let's get it. This is for Sag. All right, you had one that came out. Let's get one more. All right. So Sagittarius, one of the first cards that came out here for you is protection. Protection. And some of you may need to know this or know about this, or, there's a reason why you have protection somewhere in your read. We're going to find out a little bit later when we get into the tarot. But here, this is what it says. It says, trust that you are being divinely guided right now. There will be extra protection around you as you face uncertainty over changes that are occurring in your life. So this could be actual physical protection that some of you guys are needing, spiritual protection that some of you guys are needing. But I do feel like you guys are safe. Not even feel. There's just a safe energy here. And if this is something that you needed to hear, there you go, which is a great thing. Now, you also had stagnation, and this is what it's saying. Realize that perceived delays are not always bad, but a process for your soul, which needs to go through and to activate your soul's potential. So take a deep breath, enjoy the journey, and trust the divine plan. So stagnation, which means that there is something that you've been waiting for, something that you've been, needing or desiring, and it has not occurred here with the stagnation. It says it is perceived. Yes, it is most likely is some type of delay. Okay. But it's just a part of the process. So when you hear someone say, oh, there's a delay, it's not going to happen yet. It's a divine plan. That means that we're just waiting for certain planets to actually activate in your chart, and then those things will come true for you. Okay. And here, perseverance. We saw this yesterday. Remember, we saw this yesterday in your read. We saw the perseverance card. I'm not really sure why this is coming out so much for you. I'm not really sure. But when we get into the reading, we'll find out why this is coming out here, Sag. But it says you're going to work hard for something to find a way to bring your plans to completion. You're going to work hard. You're going to be working hard on something, Sag. It says this could be a rekindling of love for the journey and worrying less about the end result. So one thing that I can tell you just based off of what I'm seeing is that you guys have been enduring some type of delay. There's, like I said before, even with the stagnation, I could tell that this is also something that has been very trying for you. And I don't know why it says rekindle the love. I wonder if that means like putting a spark back into your heart or something, rekindle doesn't even have to be necessarily just based on love. But when I saw that word, it just felt like it was more so the love of life. Right? You're loving your life again, and you don't feel like, life has been a burden or feeling like, you have been forgotten by the creator. That's literally what I got from that. Okay. Now, if we are talking about rekindling some kind of love, perseverance is saying endure. There's some type of connection that some of you guys are in that you're obligated to be in. And that could be the reason why there is, I need to stay, maybe it's like you got kids and, that's the reason why you're staying with this person. It could also be, it's because of the bills or something like that, where you may have to endure. But, it's saying that you're trying to rekindle something that may feel like it's dead or dying. I'm only going off of what I see, and I'm just giving you guys some examples. Okay. Because I don't know. But I feel like that could be something that you guys are experiencing at this time. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull some more. This is going to be for you, Sagittarius. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you. This is for Sagittarius. Okay, so one of the cards that's coming out here for you is a solution to a problem. And you also had money at the bottom of the deck. We're going to go ahead and read that. But here with solution, it says, whatever you've been going through, your guides and spirits are here to help you find a solution. You are not stuck. Interesting. Interesting. Because stagnation came out. And remember, this word, it said perceived. And this is why I was saying that this has something to do with timing. Like you believe that it should have happened, and the universe is like, no, it wasn't time for it to happen yet. That's only the way you're viewing it. And then we get to this card, and it's literally saying you're stuck. It's just not, you're not there yet because it wasn't time yet, which is what we were talking about with planet placements. Certain things that may not be aspected, it wasn't time for certain things to occur. So here it says you are not trapped. You have the free will to redirect your situation into something new that makes you more happier, makes you feel safe and healthy. Do not stress. It says you are being protected and guided to the right path. There it is again. Now we had stuck and we had protection. This one card literally said the exact same thing that this card is saying. And remember, this is the solution. So if you guys are feeling under pressure, like let's say you feel like someone at your job is trying to, there's an enemy at your job, you don't know about it, right? Someone is trying to attack you in some way. Someone is trying to like, you know, get under your skin in some way. Both of these cards talk about being protected. Okay, so this is what it means where it says that you are covered. All right. It says, you will be asking your guides and spirit to show you what you need to see, whether this is in your dreams, your visions, meditation, your prayers, so you can utilize the signs to benefit you. It says your pain, your grief, your fear, or even anger is only temporary, and it's time for you to have faith. So, wow. So like if you pay attention to all three cards, it led us up to that one card. If someone is trying to attack you or hurt you or oppose you in some kind of way, it said it twice that you are covered. If you feel that you are stuck and that there's delays, it says, hey, let me go ahead and shift your perspective on things. Let me just tell you what it really is. That it has nothing to do with the delay. It has nothing to do with you being stuck. It's just not time yet. Perseverance is saying, because you're waiting, be patient. That's it. Enduring is being patient for the things that you are wanting. That is literally all. Now, it could have something to do with your money. Of course, it could be other things that you're experiencing, but it could have something to do with your finances. And this was a card that came out. Attention is needed on your finances. So there will be new opportunities for growth and abundance that will be put in front of you. Be mindful of your spending habits and your plans for future investments. Now, future investments can literally be buying a car, buying a motorcycle, investing in certain types of stocks, right? So when it says be mindful, because that car note may be a little bit too high. Like, are you sure you're going to have the money for that? Be mindful in the investments in where you live. Are you able to afford this place that you're staying in, whether it's an apartment, condo, or a house? You get what I'm saying? Because here it says the attention is needed on your money. And we're not even talking about just right now. We're talking about future, which it says future investments. So be careful. We're going to see why that was highlighted here in a minute. It says money is energy, like anything else, and how we use it or utilize it works for us or, that's right, against us. Here it says expect to receive, so for some of you, and this was weird how they wrote this. I don't know why they wrote it this way, and I've read it over and over again. I'm like, no, this is what they put on the card. So I was trying to figure out why they said what they said. Here it says, expect to receive new perceptions about, that was a word that they missed. It was a typo. Expect to receive new perceptions, what? About your view of lack, the loss that you are experiencing or that you will experience, the poverty that you've been in. Now, isn't this what this card said? Realize that your perceived. So it's even saying it here with perception. Expect new perceptions to chime in regards to the things that you don't have. And that's anything. What do you feel like you're missing? Where is there a lack in your life? Are you feeling like you are in poverty? So, since these are things that are coming out based on this, there's a solution. We just read it. So we're going to see in the tarot where the solution is going to come from, like how it's going to happen, if there's going to be someone, how good is it going to get. That's what we're about to see. Okay. Now let's go ahead. We're going to get into the reading. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you, Sagittarius. And any card that is turned over, or let's say the card is in reverse, we are going to pay attention to that, but we are going to look at it in the upright. This is for Sagittarius. So let's see what's going on here. Now, here it is. Now, you had the Four of Cups literally in the upright, y'all. Okay. And this is the way the card looks. Okay. Now, it's hitting protection. There is definitely someone that's trying to get away with something. Look at this. There's somebody that could be playing mind games with you. You see how this person has that other person's head? But it's just letting me know that someone could be trying to just get away with something. That's just basically what it means. Like they have your head. They're playing with your head. This is someone that you wanted or something that you wanted. And they're like, oh, I want to make sure that this is the thing that you are continuously thinking about. But we got to look at the reason why it says the protection, because it says trust that you are being divinely guided. So you may feel like someone is getting away with something, because that's what we're looking at here with this card. You may feel like someone has gotten away. Oh, this person just completely ripped my heart apart, right? Or this person took my, stole my position at the job from me. Or someone, whispered or gossiped about some secrets. Someone in my family, they were supposed to give me a certain amount of money and they didn't give me a certain amount of money. It's whatever you feel that you've been done wrong and you feel like someone is getting away with something. So looking at the protection, it's like there is a purpose behind this. And I don't want to say it that way because it's just so easy to say purpose, but I do have to pay attention to what's down here on this table because other cards said it. Your perceived view of lack. And why is it saying it's perceived? Because there's something behind the scene that you don't know or that you don't understand yet. But I know for a fact, just based on this card, you feel like someone has gotten away with something, even to the point where you may have needed to go to therapy. Maybe someone hurt you in some kind of way. Now, we actually have to talk about this in a mental and physical way. So protection could actually be someone is trying to do harm. And I've had a few clients where there was an ex who was trying to do something, right? It was some exes that was trying to do something. They were threatening in some kind of way, right? And they have been mentally abusive or putting you in fear. Oh, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And now here you are trying to get your life back under control by going to therapy or needing therapy. Now, if this has nothing to do with therapy, the only thing that I can get from this is just saying this is almost like a form of prayer, because this person is laying here and there's somebody else they're helping. So we have to look at this in the spiritual aspect too. Like, okay, this is you relaxing, meditating, and praying, and help will be on the way. Because remember, we're still looking at protection. So whether it's physical or spiritual, you are being covered, and there is help there's help on the horizon, or there's help here. Okay, to protect the mind. Because truly, when you look at this card, it's always about the mind when we're talking about therapy. Always. And this is the reason why it says perception, your perceived view of things. And you are definitely being protected in that way. Because like I said, you cannot let someone go off with your head like this, or trying to get you to lose your head or lose your mind. Someone is trying to do something. Because we're talking about in a physical form. I'm telling you, there's been people who, when someone is actually threatening you, you're not comfortable. It's hard for you to sleep at night. Okay? So here it is protection for you in both regards, some physical and spiritual. Let's get to the stagnation. I want you guys to see it fall. It was a card that fell, but you couldn't see it. Now you have the Knight of Pentacles. That's right. The Knight of Pentacles is literally it, which is what? Slow. It's so funny that the card came out clarifying slow card. The Knight of Pentacles is saying it's the need to be patient, not the perceived slowness, not the perceived delay. It is the need to be patient, because you are definitely going to win. Now, this is interesting because this was waiting. This was a card that fell. Now, isn't both of these saying the same thing? This is the slowness. This is a need to be patient. And this is the Three of Wands, which talks about what? Waiting. And you had it here at the bottom of the deck, success, Six of Wands. Now that you know it is only perceived, now that you know that it is only divine timing and planet placements, you are more optimistic. Six of Wands have always been an optimistic card. Stay optimistic, the Six of Wands basically says, right? You're going to win anyway. This is the reason why I kept on saying perceived delay. Okay? But the fear is there. You can definitely tell that the fear is there. Right in the middle. Believing that you're not going to ever be able to obtain the very thing that you've been waiting for. Now let's get to the perseverance. Now this is it right here. This is something that I definitely want to see. This is for Sagittarius. We're going to get a few cards for that one. All right. So you have the Seven of Swords. You have the Fool card. You have the King of Swords. And you have the Five of Cups. Let me tell you, if you are dealing with a certain personality, if you're dealing with a certain kind of character, you do have someone around you that is, I will say, sneakily intelligent. And the reason why I would say sneaky, they're intelligent, but they use their smarts in order to get over on people. There's a lot of deception coming from this individual. You know how sometimes people are around because they'll do anything to survive. They'll do anything they need to do in order to get their way. Sometimes it's not even about survival. Sometimes it's a game. Because if you look at this card, isn't this person playing a game? Sometimes it's just the thrill of it. And there's just somebody in your reading, to me, I don't know why I feel like this person, I don't know what this, I don't know if, I don't, like, I'm trying to see, I'm seeing a lawyer, but I don't know if this is a cop or a lawyer, because it's interesting because I see protection was the first thing. So I don't know if that is, are you being protected? Like, and I'm talking about protection, like a cop is outside the house type of protection. Or there needs to be an order of it for real, because I see something dealing with a lawyer. Okay? Because whoever you're dealing with in some way, remember when I said the word sneaky, like you're dealing with somebody, or for some of you, you're dealing with someone who is really crafty about how they are doing something. And see, some of you guys already know that this is how this individual is. Okay, now if this is a spouse, or if this is a boyfriend, girlfriend, or whoever, again, that's where that whole fear thing that we saw earlier, where it literally says your pain, your grief, your fear, and anger is only temporary. But that was absolutely correct, because that's exactly what I'm seeing even here. There looks like someone may be trying to get in, or they could. Okay. Or again, we're talking about someone who is still trying to gain information on you in some kind of way. In some kind of way. Like I said, trying to get away with something here. I don't like this person's energy. You know how sometimes, no matter what you say to a person, it just doesn't, it's not settling on them. Yeah, Sagittarius, you just talk. You've tried to compromise. You've tried to like have real discussions with this person, and baby, no, I'm not seeing any real change. Or when it comes down to this individual, no matter what you say, I don't see them being the type of person to change, because their heart isn't in it. And I feel like their heart isn't in it is because they have been going through life holding a lot of pain and a lot of anger and grudges. And so, like I said, you got someone around you who will do whatever they need to in order, A, to survive or get or have things their way. You're being told to move stealthily. You're being told to be very, I don't even know if I want to use the word sly. I like the word stealth, because that means undercover. That means no one knows your plans. It's saying this is what you need to do in order to endure a certain situation. Like you'll be able to do it, but if you're going to have to be able to plan things. That's the word. That was the word that I needed to say, because I'm telling you, it was stealthily and planned. I actually see y'all planning something. I wonder if this is a plan to get away. Because I heard getaway. And that was true. Someone is trying to get away with something, but I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. Oh, get away. Some of you guys are planning to get away from somebody who's cold-blooded, baby. And again, like I said, this could be somewhere at your job. This could be someone that you're living with. This could be a family member. This could be a lover. It could be something like that. But you are strategically moving, strategically planning your getaway. And this is the reason why the Fool card came out, because the Fool card talks about your new beginning, what you're going to experience. But you're gonna have to be strong, because the Perseverance card is a strength card, y'all. It's almost like the strength card. You have the wounds on you. You have the scars on you, but you can't give up. Because see, this is what the universe actually has in store for you, but you can't give up. You can't be like, oh my God, like, I don't know how much I can take anymore. I can't take this. This is just too much for me. I don't know. Nuh-uh. Because see, you've come too far. And a lot of you are definitely suffering from depression and sadness. There's too much pain that's sitting on you, too much pain that is in your memories. I do have to say, some of you guys could actually be missing someone who may have physically died. That's true too for some of you, because we even saw earlier how it says even your pain and your sadness is only temporary. We saw earlier what even talked about loss or the lack. Lack is missing. And some of you are having a hard time because of someone that isn't in your life physically. You see what I'm saying? So you have, even looking at this perseverance, isn't that look at how beautiful, you know, and I would say certain angels are. I think most of us understand. We know, our archangel Michael, right? But I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of others that you probably already know, right? But if you grew up in a any type of Christian background, whether regardless of a Christian, right, or a Catholic or whatever, right? We all know that angel, right? But I'm saying that for a reason, because look how beautifully they actually put that out, because we didn't know what that was at first, and it was literally saying your sadness, your depression, your regret, your your unlived reality, things that you have been wanting to live and to experience, you have not been able to experience that. That's why they're saying, hold on, hold on. I need you to hold on. It's coming, because it's only perceived. But you also have to be realistic. Detach yourself from things that are not good for you, because I feel like there's a coping mechanism here for some of you. It could be drinking, okay, too much internet, too much drama TV, There's something that you guys are doing that's also, there's a coping thing here. And in order for you guys to really feel the goodness, you have to be able to get rid of the things that's keeping you numb. Okay? And if you are trying to persevere at your job, you ain't going to be there that long. If you're dealing with a boss or someone who is absolutely cold towards you, they give you the cold shoulder, you won't be there that long. That's why I says it's temporary. I'm not going to put all of it there, but these were all the cards that fell out. I'll put it right here for reference. Let's go ahead. Let's get the solution. Let's get the beautiful solution. There's definitely changes in the career. I keep looking at that money card. Remember, this is the one that came out earlier. There is definitely some type of change in your career area. I also see money coming in here for you, especially if it has anything to do with court. I see that. I see some of you guys are recovering from some type of illness. I see that as well. Congratulations. Remember, I see the solution to the problem that some of you are having, and I totally see it. Some recovery here from issues that you are experiencing within yourself, whether it's physical, right, or mental, or emotional. Let's get solutions. You got the Knight of Swords. Ooh, hello. Hello. They are on it with y'all tonight. They really are. You got the Knight of Swords, y'all. You have the Six of Swords. Y'all really think that you're going to be waiting for a long time, right? Y'all really think that this wait is about to be another year or so. Y'all really do think that. And I like how surprised you're going to be. Let me show you. I love, love, love the way that they illustrated this. Because again, you guys already know I pay attention to the cues and the cards. Red. You guys see that? You see all that red on the floor? But also, where is he sitting? What color is the chair? That means urgent. Urgent means what? Quickly. And it says, this solution happening quickly for you. This is why I said I could tell a lot of you are believing that this is going to be something that's still going to be delayed. Perceived. You have no idea that this is going to come in when it's supposed to come in, when it's time, and it's going to happen quicker. That's all, right? Urgent. It's going to happen quicker than you think. And then how are you going to be? There you go. There's the tranquility. There's the peace. Hello, free sailing now. Six of Swords. Free selling. That solution is giving you peace. The solution is making you feel like everything is right with the world. Everything is right with the world. You're okay now. Did some of you guys get surgery? This card is showing me too much. I don't even know if I want to say that on here. Y'all, I can look so deeply in a card. That card is a little crazy. I mean, I've seen these cards before, but again, when you guys' energy come in, I can see it. And definitely see that some of you guys are having nightmares. I don't know what the hell is scaring the hell out of y'all. I don't know. Sleep paralysis. Some of you guys are not liking where you live at all because you are dealing with some type of infestation. Some of you are having joint pain. I'm talking about pain in your joints where it's hard for you to get up. Inflammation, actually, too. Blood pressure issues. Some of you are either with a male or there is a male here that's having a hard time getting erect, erectile dysfunction. Definitely see that for a male here. And that's coming from blood pressure issues. And it's definitely coming from heart issues, by the way. But I don't diagnose. Some of you are or will be experiencing stage fright. Come on now, Sag. Come on now, Sag. Stage fright. I know I'm not seeing stage fright. Not even really sure why you would be experiencing that. Or is that just a little bit of a stage fright? Just a tad bit of stage fright, maybe? Or maybe you have to, you know, sometimes they give presentations. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys have to get on a stand in court. Could be. Just saying. Don't know why that's there, but I see it. If you have been thinking about getting your own garden, please do. That was the first thing I noticed on here because it's just so obvious, right? Yeah, please, stop procrastinating in that because some of you guys have your house. You be, I want to start planting this. I want to start planting that, and you're being told, yes, you need to get on that. Yes, you do. There are some of you there's someone who lives down the block from you or across the street from you who is romantically interested in you. Maybe you don't know. Now, maybe you don't know. I don't know. Are you aware? Because this person likes you, believe it or not. A little romantic here. Okay. But yeah, that's something that I'm seeing. Some of you have had twins that may not be here. That could have been something. This could be children, but they were twins. Some of you were scared of the Wizard of Oz. Crazy. Don't even know where that's coming from. But some of you guys were afraid of that. Okay. Or you don't like the music or something? Something about some type of music? Maybe that is. I saw Wizard of Oz music, but there's some weird music or something that triggers you. Something that triggers you about some song. And I don't know, I feel like it went all the way back from your childhood though. Like literally all the way back. It's not something that just started, even though you still have triggers with certain songs, but this feels like it was way back, right? Because it kind of brings up this emotional memory for you. And you're just like, get that shit up. It's kind of like that TV show MASH. No one likes that song, right? Literally every time that show come on and that music comes on, everybody's like, oh God, cut it off, right? And everyone was in tune with that. Like, who told them that was a good song? Because every time I hear the music from MASH, it is the most depressing thing ever. Okay, but that's what it kind of feels like to me. You guys are when I tell you, you guys are, and of course, I was actually giving Taurus their props because I'm like, I see you guys being almost just as witchy as Sagittarius. You know what I mean? I was like, I just see you guys being just as witchy as Sagittarius. I'm not gonna lie, I think they kind of passed y'all up a little bit, even though you guys always have that witchy vibe. But I don't know. I think if we had to count from 1 to 10, I don't know. Taurus looks like about an 8.5. Y'all kind of hover around 7.9. Don't come for me, but I'm just saying. Okay. Not really sure where the hell that's coming from in their reading, but they always have that vibe from them. For you, though, I like your energy because what I'm saying here with you is that it is more so out of a calling. Okay. It is out of a calling and it's some spiritual calling. And that's what it feels like to me. And so, or some of you guys are the pastor's wife, or you end up being a pastor's wife, or you'll end up being a priest or something, right? It's something dealing with more so your spiritual career, not you manifesting. Because see, that's what Taurus is on. Taurus is more so manifesting. When it comes down to you, though, this just feels like y'all are just like spiritual healers, or you're in the spiritual work or something like that, right? It's more so profession for you. It's something that you love to do, actually. It is your life's work. Or some of you guys are being told to branch out. Like if you guys are trying to do something like that, it is something that you're gonna have opportunity to, where someone may come in where you're able to branch out, and that's going to be some type of life's work for you. Okay. Y'all love when I don't do channeling too much. Y'all notice I don't do that, right? But y'all like it. So let me go ahead. Let me pull another card. Oh, I had it here. Never mind. Let me look at these two really quickly. Y'all love when I do it. Some of you are definitely dealing with someone who is on a sports team. I don't know why I feel like it is. I was about to say basketball, but then no, that just kind of tightens the situation. I just feel like it has something to do with. I think I said this the other day. Was it y'all or was it somebody else? When I said somebody was dealing with an athlete, I definitely see it here. Okay. I feel like there's someone who is an athlete, or I don't know, could they be an athlete, or are they in the athletic industry? Don't know what that could be. Could be track runner. It could be someone who makes the equipment. I don't know. Someone who could be picking up the balls, off the court in tennis. Could be something like that. Someone did something to their right hand. I don't know if it was burned. I don't know if you guys burnt your finger. I don't know if you jammed your hand or you hurt your hand. You'll be okay. Because again, remember I talked about, I saw recovery here. Definitely see recovery. But I am definitely saying that someone hurt their hand. It's their right hand. It looks like their right hand. From my point of view, it looks like their right hand, but maybe it's mirrored. But I definitely see it has something to do with the right hand. I don't know. Ooh, maybe they're a boxer or someone was fighting. Okay. Remember I said it before, it looks like somebody could have been court protection order. Someone hit the wall, someone was trying to hit you. It's somebody's hand here. I definitely see that for a lot of you, you're going to be is this going to church? Like some of you guys are going to go to church for the first time, or go back to some type of spiritual building. And I say building because it could be a million churches. You got mosques, right? You got churches. You got all types of stuff. So it just feels like you're going to be doing something more spiritual with a group of people, or you're going to be around someone. This feels like more so like a church. And I feel like it's just it's not like you're going to go every day, but it's just you just feel like going. Okay, that's what it looks like. You just feel like going. I also feel that some of you guys too, like I said before, some of you guys will be visiting someone's grave, or you will be visiting a grave. One more. Some of you are definitely in sunny Florida. Could this be Florida only? Is this only Florida? Well, I can actually say Chicago because Chicago doesn't have palm trees, but it has a lake because I definitely see a shore. But this looks more so like Florida to me. Someone is afraid to fly. Someone is afraid to get on a plane, or they will be afraid to get on a plane. Okay, I'm not really sure why or when this is going to happen, but I do see someone is afraid to travel. Do you guys have your IDs? Okay. Maybe it's not afraid to travel. Maybe it is, but at the same time, maybe it's a burden to travel. Maybe there's a hassle because it could be visa hassle trying to get your visa to even travel now. That means it's a delay in getting that. But there's some type of hassle with traveling. All right, guys. I'm going to get your spiritual angel deck. I'm going to pull one card here for you. You guys got 43 minutes. You see what happens when you get a reading at night? Y'all get long readings. Now Virgo is going to be complaining because Taurus about to get a long one because they're next. For you, here we go. We just talked about it, right? We talked about your spirituality. We talked about what you do for work, but even if it's not your life's work, you are extremely intuitive and you're being told to listen to your intuition because there's some things that you are ignoring. Okay. Here it says your intuition or intuitive abilities are very accurate right now. So you can trust your guidance to lead you in the right direction, follow your own insights over other people's advice. Okay. You don't need nobody else's advice. I don't even give y'all advice. Y'all know that, especially for those who got a reading. Have I ever gave y'all advice? I literally read the cards and I say, what? You're going to have to make your own decision. I never tell y'all what to do because it ain't none of my business. Because some of y'all ain't going to listen anyway. You're going to do it because you need to do it. You need to experience it. It needs to come to its full head before you actually move out of certain situations. So my opinion means nothing. My opinion means absolutely nothing. No one has that mastery over you. Follow your own insights over the advice of others and don't allow fear or worry to guide your way. It may be best to keep your secrets to yourself. Now, we talked about that earlier, right? Again, why we constantly keep talking about you have to keep things to yourself? Why we keep saying that? Because there is someone around you in particular. It doesn't have to be the worst of the worst, right? It doesn't have to be the worst of the worst. But what I'm saying is that it was so interesting. I went into the Shake Shop a week and a half ago, and this beautiful young girl, beautiful, okay. Her mother did such a beautiful job with raising her. And I actually met her 2 days after I was talking to her daughter. And she's like, I'm going to school and for nursing. She got me into that whole conversation. But let me tell you, she had a list, and I'm not gonna lie, like I was just so impressed. She was just like, I got this little list that I'm doing, and I'm doing this for myself. I make sure I do my affirmations, and I do intuitive eating. And I'm like, damn. I mean, like literally, like the girl had me like, I'm like, God, Lee. She's like, and never tell anyone your plans or goals. Because, when I was fasting, I never told anybody that I was fasting with anything. I never told anybody anything of my goals because they're going to always be someone who's going to be praying on your downfall. I'm like, damn, girl, you are only 20. She's only 20 years old. She didn't grow up in the best of conditions. Her mom is a single mom. She's a minority, so it's not like she had the best experiences either, but her mom just completely just showered her with so much care. And so she was just this like beam of light. I'm like, God, Lee. I mean, but it was beautiful. But she even knew at such a young age how to protect herself. Not to allow anyone to come in and rob and steal from her. She understood that. You know how you're probably used to people who just talk their ass off. They just talk too much. And now y'all are thinking that people are cool with you or you're friends with someone. Oh, they have my best interest at heart. And you just go off, you're just yapping. Here, it's like, don't tell nobody nothing. Don't tell nobody nothing. I'm saying, even if it's your family, okay? I'm close as hell to my family, baby. My sister don't care. I could tell my sister anything. You want to know what she's going to say? Baby, don't tell me. I don't care. And she's a Sagittarius. She don't give a damn. Do what you got to do. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's how I can trust her. That's why I know she is my road dog. She don't give a damn. Ain't nothing you got to tell me that you can't do on your own. Okay? What I'm saying is that there's too much at stake here. And in order for the universe to actually protect you in some way, shape, or form, you also have to put that into practice. And I'm talking about even your lovers. Now, I feel like that's what it really is. Because some of y'all got jealous lovers. Some of y'all are laying up with people who are jealous of you because of who you are, because of your light. They don't like you. They laid up with you all day. They don't like you. Okay? Use your intuition and you will be okay. Sagittarius, I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, all the information is down below in the description box. If you have Taurus in your chart, I'm going to go and get some water. And in about 3 or 4 minutes, I'm going to come on and do Taurus. That's if you are dealing with a Taurus or if you have Taurus in your chart or something, whatever, right? We're going to be doing that in a minute. All right. Love you guys so much. Hey, Anointed Hands. Hey, Soul. There's some people that I see here. Miss Pitts, Aura, KNRB. Hello, guys. All right. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. And I will see you guys back here again, possibly on Sunday. Love you guys. Bye.